Hey everyone, welcome back. Kathleen Benjamin here. I create videos that will hopefully entertain, inspire, and educate you. I have about 40 years in this industry, and I've spent like the last 25 just in the bridal hair and makeup industry. So I'm here to help you with any challenges you might be having in the hair and makeup industry. So anyway, let me get started by saying that in this video today, we're going to talk about a common problem I see on weddings, and it's people holding on to things that potentially are not going to help them on that wedding day. So it's really about how to stay calm and let go of the bullshit, and how if you start practicing that now, by the time your wedding comes along, you should be able to, that day should be perfect for you. Ultimately we want it to be like a really good day, and perfectly imperfect, I should say, and that you are, enjoying the day as much as possible and not getting stressed out. So anyway, this has been a huge challenge for me to overcome in my life. I grew up in a very chaotic, crazy household, so I was almost attracted to stress and drama and chaos. So I think that's probably one of the reasons I was attracted to the wedding industry part of it. Like, there was a lot of hustle and bustle, and I almost thrive in that type of setting where there's a lot of excitement, a lot of pressure going on. But although over the years I've had to learn to let certain things go. So anyway, if that interests you, then stay tuned. A wedding is, number one, it's costly, right? It's time consuming. You spend a great deal of time preparing for that day. And if you're not prepared to take on the stresses of that day, you're gonna let the little things kind of trip you up. So, you want it to be perfect, but sometimes imperfectly perfect is the best thing to expect on that day. So anyway, trying to let the little things go prior to your wedding day, such as practicing letting go when you're sitting in traffic and taking a moment just to breathe and say, okay, I'm stuck in traffic now. What can I do about it? No, absolutely nothing, right? So I should just let it go and maybe meditate for a few minutes and practice some deep breathing, and that will help me, not get upset, sitting here. So the next thing I would recommend would be delegating tasks. Or if you're that type of person that wants to do everything yourself because you think it has to come out a certain way, or you just don't want to bother people, or you're like, oh, I have time, I'll do it. It's take it from me, it's good advice to start delegating some of those responsibilities to a mother-in-law, or future mother-in-law, I should say, a mom or a bridesmaid, or to, anybody that can a wedding planner, anybody that's going to help you get through that day. And not only that day, but the year that's leading up to the wedding can be very stressful. And you want to be able to focus on you, taking care of your health, your well-being, and, making sure you're eating right. And if you're stressed and overwhelmed and you're not sleeping, it's really going to affect you. So delegating tasks is another really important thing to try to learn how to do, start doing now, especially if you have a challenge doing that. The next thing would be to be flexible, right? Just kind of be in the moment, and if you see something that's getting kind of tripped up, I don't know, maybe wilted flowers or something like that, and the overall scheme of it and the big picture, is it really that important? It's more important to be, in the moment with, the people that are in your party, and be enjoying exactly what's going on, not worrying about having to call the florist because a flower might be wilted, or there's a color change that was in the flowers that you really weren't expecting to be there. Those things should be taken care of, but if they're not, really, it's not going to make a big difference in the overall picture. Trusting that you have made the right decision with the vendors you have chose, and trusting that you have made the right decision with the vendors you have chose. You did all of the prior research to that day. You went on social media, you read the reviews, and you're happy with everybody that you decided to go with. Next is just let it go. Turn it over to them. If you have any questions or concerns, reach out to them, a month, 2 months before the wedding, and get those issues addressed. Don't wait until the day before or a week before. That'll be too stressful for you. So making sure that you trust them, you trust your partner, that any jobs that you gave to them, that, you know, they're following through with their part. Keeping the focus on the love that you share with your partner rather than getting caught up in the perfectionist part of the whole day. That's really important. So ultimately, it's about just getting in your body, you know, enjoying the moment, and spending all that time, you know, with your partner and just being around all these people that are loving you on that day. Here's one I'm really challenged with, is letting go with past grievances that I've had with other people. I don't know. I grew up in an Irish household, and man, we loved our resentments towards other people. Like, at least my family did anyway. Like, we loved to just get into a fight or a challenge with people, and then we would hold on to these things that were ultimately only hurting me or ourselves. They weren't hurting the other person. And so I have learned that as soon as a resentment comes up towards something, to let it go. Even if it's a valid point that these people, you know, have truly, you know, done me wrong. Like, it's beneficial to me if I'm like, you know what, I need to let this go, because it's just gonna ruin my day. I'm gonna be totally ineffective, and I need to, you know, start practicing that now with like the little things. You know, again, like something doesn't show up that you were expecting in the mail, let it go. Somebody says something to you in the grocery store that might like tick you off. You know what, just let it go. Like, that's their problem, it's not your problem. And I have found that to be a big help for me. Like, most of the time, the people that are saying stuff to me that I'm getting resentments over, like, they have problems. They have real problems, right? So I can practice compassion for them and say, hey, listen, you know, they've got something going on, it has nothing to do with me. They treat everybody that way, so I really shouldn't be offended by what they're saying. So anyway, I hope all of these little tips will help you now, and certainly on your wedding day, so that you can have, I mean, the most amazing, fulfilling day, and not getting caught up on just the little things. So it's really about practicing, and practicing now, not waiting till the week before to start to let things go. And then when the day comes, like, it'll be easy breezy, right? So anyway, if you found any value in this video or any tips or tricks that help you, please leave a comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload a video every Tuesday and Thursday morning. All right, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.